So guys, I'm coming out of the building now. It's about an hour and a half later. It's 12:30. Look what awaits me here at the door as soon as I come out. It's raining out there. Look at the madness. The streets start to get busy. It's raining and look how annoying they are. Look. So this is a government worker. They pay her to do this, to stand here in front of my face when I get out. She's a stalker pretty much. A piece of shit. Just so you know. Here we go. The cars start to roam around back and forth. People. It's a Sunday, guys. You shouldn't see any of this madness in front of me over there. All these cars coming in and out. All of them. That's the idea. Is to clutter your windows and things moving in and out, in and out. Look at the amount that comes out when I get here. And look at the amount that goes in. And obviously somebody comes by walking. Piece of shit stalker. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Another piece of shit goes into the building. Look at the amount of cars. Look. Look at the amount coming. Tons, guys. Tons. Obviously construction started here about a week ago. As soon as I realized that I would come here a lot to my uncle's building, construction project started. Look at how many came to bother me as soon as I got into the plaza. It's a Sunday. Most stores are closed. Look, closed. Okay, this guy's closed. The drugstore will be open. The bank is closed. And look, regardless, look at the amount of cars coming in around me. Look. Look, on a Sunday. Look at the people. It's on a Sunday. All stalkers, all of them. Get a real job, assholes. Look at these pieces of shit. Can't even get away from them. Look. They park their car over there and they walk all the way to the store over there. Watch. Look how she's playing with the bag. She's swinging it back and forth. Look. She stopped swinging it. Now they come and stand in my way. Look. They want to turn in here now as I'm walking in here. Look at the piece of shit. Look. Look where he parks. Where is he going if he parked there? The bank's closed. Who parks here? Okay, guys, look. The bank's closed. Why are these people outside moving over here? Look. Look how annoying they are. To clutter my view. Look how they start. Now we're gonna go this way. Now they're gonna have to see someone walking over there. Watch. Passing by. At least a car moving. Watch, you're gonna see people now walking over there soon. Crossing. And nobody walks from there to there. Usually this area, there's no reason to walk it. Watch. Oh, a car comes out here. You see? Look at this guy heading towards me over there. Look. Where they're strategically stopped. I'm talking on the phone. Look. So now he has to turn towards me as I'm walking by. Didn't I tell you someone will come walking? Look. Look how active they are. On a Sunday, they won't let me alone. Look at the amount of cars. Now watch over there how many. See how the bus comes right away? Always the bus comes before I get there. So I get to wait a long time for it. Guys, I'm not hallucinating. No. Every video I make is like this. The buses get to the stops just before I get there. Either I have to run like a pig to get it, or I miss it, then I have to wait another 20 minutes for another one. Now, if this happened to me once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, even 10 times, I'd say, okay, coincidence. Every time it happens to me. Every time. Over the course of, 9-10 months. Okay? So that's not coincidence. Just so you know how it's all timed. Even their machines are timed with my microchip. They get there after they passed. All these people here, they have no reason to be here. On a Sunday, none of these people should be here on the bus stops. Look at their faces. They're not even faces that take buses. Some of them come and park their cars. Look, they're walking their dogs. It's raining out there. It's freezing. It's ludicrous. It's madness. this is illegal. This is harassment. Now, the plane, here we go, you can hear the plane. Now, this is harassment. Now, if you want to do illegal things as a government to your citizen, you got to allow your citizen to do illegal things too. If I have a machine gun right now, I'll put a bullet in every single one of these people's heads. Nobody will come close by. If I put a bullet in this guy's head, nobody will stalk me. So look, all these guys, all of them. Look at their faces. All of them. All these people are stalkers. Look at this kid, how they train their kids to annoy you, walk around you and jump around. They all do the same thing. Look how annoying they are. They're little fucking devils from the time they're kids. Look what they get their kids to do in front of me. They all do the same thing. Every kid I see does that. Jumps around in front of me and almost bumps into me and they scream. All of them. Look at the amount of cars. All these guys. I bet my own life on this, guys. On a Sunday, you will not see barely 2-3 cars around here. All this charade is for me. And no, I'm not proud of it. This sucks. And they give them a reason to toot the horn. So they stress you even more. So these people, what do on a Sunday? They go and bother people like this. That's their job. To break the law for a vigilante agency that hides under the so-called government agency. And they're not a government agency anymore. They're a mafia. They're taking cover under the government's laws to irritate citizens that they don't like. And drive them crazy. Make their lives a living nightmare. Everywhere they go, block them from getting a job, not allow them to make social contacts. They threaten the people you meet, if you meet good people, to stay away from you. Look. This kid is trained to stay in front of me and jump around. Now I go look this way, they're gonna come follow me this way. I'm running away from them. That's what they do, guys. That's what stalking is. Now he screams, the kid, to make noise. Watch how he's following me, watch. I'm surprised. Thank God I got rid of them. Look at the amount of cars. Look, it's mad. This on a Sunday here? Impossible. Don Mills and Finch in Toronto. Ask anybody. It's noon right now, 12:30 I think. You will not see this, guys. Impossible. Look, they're running already. Oh my God, this is so... They have important appointments to get to. So they create this very tense environment for you. Right around you with things moving and running and noises, so you get stressed. You can't think straight anymore. You feel like crap. You know? And they get pieces of shit like this guy to stand in front of you. Who would do this job but scumbags? They're not real men. They're pussies. I have to use those words because that's what they are. Who talks loud? Who annoys people? It's usually you call them, shut up, bitch, you're talking loud. And I'm not insinuating women. There are great women out there 10 times better than this piece of shit in front of me. You know? But I'm sorry to use bad language. Look, there we go. Even these guys, believe it or not, they're in on it. So it's all groups of society, guys. It's not just bums on the bottom. Obviously, otherwise they couldn't have microchipped me. The doctor where I've done my surgery. You know? So it's doctors, lawyers, all levels of society. All of them, guys. All levels of society. They do this shit. A lot of scumbags out there. A lot. The guy talking across the street and the car always moving his hands. The movement. That's what they all do. So you always see in your view whether it's this way or that way. The wipers are on. It's not raining anymore. The bus wipers, how they're on. Those are the worst because they keep going like this. Now I know these are small minor things, but you gotta add all those up, all those little details, you add them up, and you get a big event that's just doing this in front of your face everywhere you look in noise. And it's not only that, you're surrounded with people that are against you. You're surrounded with people that have a motive to whatever they're doing is not an addition to that energy that you have. They're subtracting things from you. They're pretty much the warriors around you to take away from your inner tranquility and peace. So that being said by itself, psychologically to a normal human being, you get depressed because you're being surrounded with a negative energy that's there to attack you, not to comfort you, not to... I mean, we're not really talking necessarily here, you have to get out there and meet people that are just willing to offer you things, but at least neutral, you know? People minding their own business, going about their daily lives, doing their own things. But that's not the case. You're being surrounded by people that are intentionally there to make your life miserable in any way possible. So even if they don't do anything, you can sense that energy. It's off. It's negative energy. That's by the way they're looking at you, by the way when you pass by, you can sense it. You know, you're being attacked by them. And in that way, more than any way, they don't even have to do anything. It's negative energy. And it makes you miserable. It does affect your mood. You know, it's a science to depress. That's what governments do to people and that's what they're doing to everybody in a way, on a grand scale. I mean, I'll give you guys examples. What do you guys think with the tobacco products in the last 10 years? They have these pictures on all these tobacco products, cigarette packs, cigars, you know, they have these slogans and people with lung cancer and these ugly pictures that are depressing. Guys, that's not the government watching out for your own good. It's a scam. You know why they're doing this? Because they know everyone that smokes, that's not going to make them quit. But well, you know what that's going to do? Annoy you, depress you, and ruin your mood. So every time you grab that pack to pull out a smoke, to enjoy it, that's taking the flavor out of you enjoying your cigarette. Not having to worry every time that you have a smoke that you're doing this to yourself. Trust me when I tell you, these are all tactics that they do. There's a huge effort worldwide to keep the citizens depressed. So you're not feeling well, divided, away from each other. So you don't pay attention to all the craziness that they're putting you through. They're enslaving us slowly. Financially, emotionally, you name it. Socially, they're dividing us. That's what that means. There's a lot of small details that I can mention to you that you see in movies, on YouTube videos, in Google, Instagram, all these platforms out there. There are a lot of tactics that are being done for a reason, intentionally, that most people don't really get it. It's a huge science to depress. It's being applied on the whole world. To me, I realize it because it's being done more concentrated and closer. So I realize it, I figure it out. But on a grand scale, they're doing the same thing to the whole world. Even to these dumbasses that work for them, they're being affected too. But you're talking about the dumbest, the lowest amount of, the lowest grade of human being here. Just people that don't think. You know, that they have what I call is buttons. You know, oh, you're going to make money out of this. They push the button, that's it. Their brain stops working. They just do what they're told to do. So these are the ultimate slaves. But they're stupid. You can't blame them. They're dumb. That's all they know. Anyways, what I was trying to tell you is the same thing is being applied on the whole world, guys. On a grand scale. What's being done to me, but in my case, it's more intense. It's more, you know, concentrated. It's right on me, physically and around me wherever I go. So the example I give you with the cigarettes, there's a lot more things I could tell you. And it's just, they're pretty much building a platform to keep us stressed, divided, and miserable. And more than anything, distrustful of one another. You know, they're doing the impossible to keep us divided that way. We don't trust each other and keeping us in a very dim, negative, energy, like atmosphere. So these videos that I make for you, I show you what's been done to me closely, you know. This has been, you know, it's they're doing this worldwide, guys, everywhere. On the internet and public places that you go to, a lot of people that you get surrounded with in these public places are not real. They're there to do a job. They're not just there to take out their family for a walk or take the dog for a walk, or no. These guys are there specifically to make the public feel a certain something when you're out there. So for a lot of single people, whether they're men or women, that get out to places like that to relax, I don't know, meet people, have a coffee somewhere, you are being surrounded with certain people specifically to annoy you, guys. And it's intentional. You don't realize it because you're there. You're not really thinking that these people are there to do that. You're thinking it's a public place. These people are coming out there to do exactly what you're doing. I don't know, get some fresh air, have a coffee, go for a walk, whatever the case may be. You gotta remember that. They're doing this to the whole population in most countries. Maybe I'd say about 90% of them, especially the Western world, 100%, you know? So as long as you remember that, and you know that I am just an example of what they're doing to everybody out there. You know, it's nothing really much unique. It's being done more intense around me, but it's nothing really unique, you know. And movement, just moving and talking and just creating this really annoying environment where you think it's normal. They're just having a conversation with their kid, or their kid's in a bad mood, just screaming. No, guys, pay attention, trust me. Now, yes, you could see normal things like that, but pay attention most of the time to your surroundings. I know most people don't. They're all wrapped up with their own lives and their own business. They don't really look around. They don't really pay attention to what's happening around them. And I don't blame you. That's how we should be normally. Normal human beings, that's how we should act. But nowadays, believe me when I tell you, put out an eye for things like that and listen to their conversations. And I guarantee you 90% of those conversations, you will find them meaningless. That there's no point of even talking about them. An extra high tone of voice that's unnecessary. When you have two people facing each other, they don't have to talk to each other that loud. It's unnecessary, uncalled for. See how loud the kid's talking? That's unnecessary. But they teach them to do that because they are stressors to annoy you. And if you listen to the conversation, even the way the bus drivers drive, amazing that because I'm targeted, the way they drive, it's the most uncomfortable ride of your life. The way they slam on the brakes, they release that brake. Specifically, sometimes even people that they're reading a normal newspaper around you in front of you, they pretend that they're reading it. Most of them are there just to keep flipping the pages around, and so you can hear that rustling sound of paper or the movement. I know it sounds sick, believe me, but just please, once in a while, pay attention to things like that in public, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You will notice that these people are everywhere, not just on me. And they are the most despicable, miserable, dumbest creatures you'll ever meet. I don't know where they find them, where they pick them from society. Those people usually are the ones you'd find spread out in certain corners. There's one here, one there, because they're useless. Nobody wants to talk to them. Nobody wants anything to do with them. So what these guys do is they recruit them, combine them together into a big weapon, and then just unleash them on someone. You're dealing with a lot of negative energy put together here. That naturally in real life, it doesn't happen. Those people have no contact with each other. So an agency systematically grabbed them and put them together to use them as a weapon to pretty much make you feel like shit wherever you are. Excuse my language. So as long as you keep that in your mind, you know, it's not just me, guys. It's not just my fake world that was created for me. They do this to everybody. I've seen tons of YouTube videos out there, people complaining and exchange students in Europe and Russia, whatever, about the noise and cars passing by and honking. It's an epidemic. They're doing this worldwide to everybody, especially to successful people that are bold and honest and, you know, want to do things right. They don't like that, because when you find out the truth, they don't want you to tell other people that this is happening to the world. Listen, all these noises, all this is all intentional, guys. And it took me a while to see this too, believe me. It's not that I woke up one morning and said, holy shit, that's true. No, it took me a while. And if it wasn't done to me on such a closed circuit, I wouldn't have realized it. You know, but I had the misfortune and the fortune to see that. And now these videos that I make to show you what they're doing to me, that they're doing this to everybody worldwide on a big scale, but to a lesser degree than what I noticed, what I experienced. It's been done to me more intense, right on me. So anything that you notice that's irregular, that doesn't make sense, that's strange. Like yesterday, I recorded it. I'm not sure if I did. I was on the bus. I met a couple from Mexico. This man in his early 40s, his wife was maybe in her mid 30s, and they have a kid or two with them. And I was interested in starting conversation with them. I speak Spanish, so I wanted to practice. And we got on a bus stop. I spoke to them. I started creating, you know, talking about something. They got off 2 stops later, just like that, for no reason. It's all these strange things that you'll notice that don't make sense. You will realize that in your environment, in public, in a coffee shop, in a park, downtown, in a mall, that you will see things like that if you pay attention to them. You will. I guarantee you. Every time. Maybe not as many as the ones surrounding me, but you will find a small number. And I guarantee you will see that. It's just somebody there, their intention is to pretty much make noise or just to be irritating. When you look at them, listen to what they're talking about, and their conversation doesn't make any sense. They're standing just in front of each other and they're talking loud for no reason. Things like that. When you ask these questions and realize, hey, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Why are they doing this? You realize that guys are trying to inject this into your everyday social life, everywhere you go. Even if, I don't know, you guys are a couple, or a bunch of friends together, you go to a bar to drink or to a restaurant to eat something, look around and try to notice things like that. Believe me, you know, you will realize them. See this guy, excuse me, he said to come out. He didn't need to say that. I wasn't standing in front of him. Now, I know these things because I'm surrounded 100% by irritators. I know that this actual bus that I'm on, maybe there's one normal human being on it that's just getting along his real life. The rest are all irritators. I can tell by the way they look now. They're just off place. Everything they do is just fake. And that's what I'm surrounded with. Now, people that watch these videos for the first time, please don't judge. Watch more videos so you realize what's going on here. The repetition of everything that I'm telling you. Then you'll know that it's true. You know, because from watching one video or 2 videos, it's not going to be enough to prove it to you. And it won't. And if I was in your shoes, I'd think the same thing. I'd say, oh, this guy's nuts. Keep watching more, and then you'll see that all those things that I mentioned to you. I have certain videos where I leave my house and I tell you, okay, guys, we're going to experience 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we experience the exact things that I tell you. How do I know that? Because I know what they're attacking me with. All right? Now, that's pretty much it. That wraps it up, and that's about it. I don't have that much to say. I gotta tighten up the clothes here, close my jacket. It's cold out there. 1 second. Coughing, a lot of fake coughing will go on. It's that dry, intentionally generated cough. Pay attention to it, you know. It's not real. You will notice that in a lot of environments. And I've noticed lately in the last couple of months that it wasn't just me. It's actually being done to a lot of people. But on a minimal scale. It's freezing out there. Why would you have a girl out there with shorts like that walking around? Look. These are the things you gotta ask. Now, don't drive yourself too crazy. Ask too many questions. But overall, it's to give you an idea that does happen to everybody out there, not just me. Not to this scale, but it does. It's out there. Because what they do is, guys, they are targeting your searches. They know about you. Most people. Anyone they don't like, they can do this too. Your internet searches everything. You're not safe out there. Nothing is private. Nothing. You know? Look, shorts. Why would you dress like this in this weather? Look at these two. It's theater. It's street theater. But remember that this is being done to a lot of people. Not as much as it's being done to me, but it is being done to a lot. You know? And a lot of times when you go to busy places like downtowns or I don't know, look at the amount of cars just turning around me. It's a Sunday today, guys. This is a charade. Alright, this busyness around here, it shouldn't be here. Anyways, for me right now, it doesn't really do anything to me anymore. People around you just move around, pretend that they're fixing their hair, they're doing things, just keep moving and annoy you. You know? All those people selling roses over there. Who sells this shit on a day like today? It's freezing out there, guys. They're spread out on every corner that they expect me to go to. Look at this running, and it's theater. It's all a theater. All these people are designed to bug you, to depress you, to annoy you, make a lot of noise, keep shutting and opening doors, and you know, all those things you gotta look at. And this is what gives it away. You know, this guy didn't just park here for no reason. It's for him to be stuck out. You know, that's how you know. You're dealing with the, I mean, people that do this have no dignity. No, this guy lives in the next building. I see him every day 3-4 times. Nothing. You know, you're dealing with the scum of the scum, and they're dumb. These are the dumbest people on the planet, guys. I don't like to say this about human beings because I think every single one of us has something to offer. But these guys in general, they're the dumbest people. Look at the running, you know. So all these, they're stressants, they're stressors. You don't want to be seeing this everywhere you go. You get stressed. This guy, why is he running? Why do I see right now? I went out of the house for 2-3 hours. I saw at least 10 people run, 15 people like that on a Sunday. Why? Look at the amount of cars on a Sunday here. There's nothing around here. Not even a real plaza or a real mall. Honking. Guy standing here in my way. All those things. You can't let them get to you because they're fake. Blind people. So all these images that they want you to look at. So it's a science to depress. This is why I see a lot of people in wheelchairs, walkers. They're showing you negative, depressing things. Sickness, old age, people that are not attractive physically, which is not a main thing, but I have to mention it because it's intentional. There's a reason why they specifically pick people that look like that to surround me with them. Carrying big bags that are empty. Walking towards you with all these big objects, colored, bright colors so you notice them. Those are the things. People that are barely walking like they're dying like this. You know, they're miserable and it's pathetic. Now, if you don't usually you pay attention to your environment, you don't see what's going on, you're wrapped up in your own world the way I was for 20 years. Those things, believe it or not, you see them and you don't. You know, subconsciously, your memory records this and it does get you depressed because you're being surrounded with it. For me, it was intentional for such a long time. These views, these images, stories, the whole family trying to depress me. It's always negativity. You know, since I was a kid. I mean, this family, it's not my own family. I'm nothing like them. I'm from a completely different bloodline, an opposite bloodline. They're so satanic. I'm more prophetic. I'm nothing like them. There's no way on earth I could have came out of that. And all of them, I've been through the cousins on my father's side, so-called father, so-called mother's side, all of them. Just a Masonic, satanic entity. Lies, bullshit, bad stories, negativity that kept me in there for such a long time. Prevented me from waking up to life and being able to read my environment and not being able to be fooled by their stupid stories. You know, attacking the level of my gullibility. But fortunately, our Creator created us in a way that even if we're subjected to something this brutal, we do have something that's called we wake up. We do have something that's called, when we get pressured too much and we still fight and move forward and we don't want to lose, we wake up. We start to calculate and ask questions, and we realize our fake environment. Even the dumbest of us. That's the beauty of human beings. And we have such a strong spirit that we could be subjected to so much torture, so much, I don't know how to describe it, and we still go forward. We still have the will to fight. And this is the message I want to send to my enemy today. That for 20 years I didn't know what's going on. I fought you with my spirit, and I'm alive still. And today I see what's going on, and you can't get to me anymore. And that's not just me. That's only one human being. I'm speaking for all strong people out there. I'm speaking for the human race. To tell this satanic entity that's trying to take over our world and fool us with these dumb websites like Facebook and Google and all these things that are just taking our information, and you're going to use it eventually to enslave us, nothing more. That's the whole point of making these websites. It's to collect information on us and enslave us. I'm telling them, you're almost at the end of your game. See, I get here. It's always when I get to places these things happen. I'm telling them it ain't gonna happen. That the human race will rise up and you're gonna go down. Because if they could do what they've done to me for 40 years and not be able to get rid of me, and now I'm even stronger, that tells them that they're not gonna win. Whatever they're doing to the planet. You know, look, even when I get home, they have people accompanying me so they can get to the lobby at the same time I get there. Look at the way they time it. Look. It's brutal. This is